Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Sanjidul Haq, and I'm from the BBS department. And welcome to our presentation on basic information of law and money laundering in Bangladesh. I would like to first off thank our honorary head teacher, Mr. SM Saiful Haq. So thank you very much for this opportunity, sir. But let's actually introduce the team that has worked behind this presentation. Mezabin, Yasmin, and Tofikur, who have all contributed very hard for this presentation. So, with that being said, I would like to introduce my next team member who will talk more briefly about law in general.
Thank you. Now let us talk a closer look at law in general. The term law denoted different kind of rules and principle. Law is an instrument which regulates human conduct behavior. Law means justice, morality, reason, order and righteous from the viewpoint of society. Law means rules of court, judgment, order of court, and injunction from the point of view of judges. Therefore, law is a broader term which include acts, statutes, rules, regulation, order, justice, morality, reason, righteous, rules of court, judgment, rules of court, injunction, tort, judicious, legal threat. Generally, the term law is used to mean three things. First, it is used to mean legal order. It represents the regime of adjusting relation and ordering conduct by the systematic application of the force at organized political society. Secondly, law means the whole body legal prospect which exists in particularly organized society. Thirdly, law is used to mean all official control in particularly organized society. This lead to actual administration of justice and constructed with the authority material for the guidance of judicious action. Next, let's talk about law in Bangladesh. Article 152 of the Bangladesh Constitution provide that law means an act, order, rules, regulation by law, notification or other legal instrument and any custom or having the force of law in Bangladesh. Type of law. The following are major classification of positive law. Public law, the law of relation between individuals and the state. Private law, a branch of the law that deal with relation between individual or institution rather than relation between there and the state. A legal right recognized in public private law. Civil law, the term of law consider with private relation between member of community rather than criminal, military or religious affairs. Criminal law, as noted from civil law, is a system of law considered with punishment of individual who commit crimes. Procedural law that are considered with the process of law. Municipal law is include many level of law, not only nation law but also state, mm, uh, mm, state, territorial, local law. International law, also known as public international law and law of nation, is the set of rules, norms, and standard generally recognized and building between nations. Written law are law which have been acted in the constitution or in agreement. Unwritten law are laws which are not contained in any statute and can be found in case decision. This is known as common law or case law. Next, my team member Yasmin will talk more about money laundering.
Thank you. Money laundering. Now we wanted to take a close look at the money laundering, see what it actually means and how to it affect us on the daily basis. With the few expectation, criminals are motivated by the things profit great drive the criminal and the end result is the illegal grant money must be included into the nation illegal made finance system. Money laundering involves the disgusting financial assets so they can be used without direction of the legal activity that product them. Through money laundering are the criminal transfer of monetary process that drive from criminal activity into the funds with appropriate legal source. How money laundering work? Next, we take a look at how money laundering works and the say simply it work by obtaining the legal made money through various the channels and the source which are legal according to law. This is the main way the criminals obtain their illegal wealth with which is the not recorded and hidden from their financial statement. Activities generating illegal money. Next, we take a look at the what is activity actually usually generated illegal money. As we can see, some of the most common forms of generating illegal money are all illegal are punishable by law. Extortion, smuggling, gambling, fraud, tax evasion, corruption, kidnapping, frogging, and trafficking are the some most common way to generate illegal wealth or black money. Stage of money laundering. Placement the put and the dirty money into the illegal made the financial system, lying the consulate or the source of the money through the series of the translation of the bookkeeping trick. In the final step, in introduction of the now laundering the money is the withdrawn from the illegal made the account is be used whatever the purpose the criminals have in mind for it. So with the begin the set we will now see all the stages of money laundering with the graphics below. The placement, this is the illegal the stage of the which cash process from the criminal activities is the place in financial statement. Then we have the learning the where is the process of the complex the series of the financial translation in the include concluded with the purpose of hiding and origin the money for the criminal activities. Finally, we have the integration. This is the final stage of the injection of laundering process back into the economic in source the way that they re-entered the financial system as normal business fund. The enter the process of convert back black money into white in process also knowing the waiting money. Money laundering variants. Finally, let us take a look at the sum of the difference from the variants of money laundering in one common from money laundering called the summering, also known as the structure. The criminal break up the illegal the chunk of the cash into the multiply small deploys, often the spread them over the many different accounts to avoid the direction. Money laundering can also be accomplished the through the use the current exchange where the transfer and the mule cash smuggler the who snake the leg the amount of the cash across the border the deposit them and for foreign account there. Money laundering the enforcement is the less strict. Others money laundering methods involve the investing and the commanded such as gem and gold that can easily be moved off the others justification the disagree invested in the selling valuable state such as the real estate of the glamming the counterfeition and the using the self companies are now, my next team member will talk more about the situation of money laundering in Bangladesh. Over to Takib.
Thank you. So, the situation of money laundering in Bangladesh has gotten worse over the last few decades. Because, according to a report by Global Financial Integrity, Bangladesh saw over 5 lakh crore laundered out of the country last year. That is a huge amount of money, and it connects to further reports that over 5,000 crore taka was deposited by Swiss Bank by Bangladeshis. The reforms and strategies exercised by the government to prevent or minimize this have almost gone in vain as well. Center for Policy Dialogue's distinguished fellow Professor Mustafizur Rahman said that the opportunity of money whitening repeatedly given in the budget planning has been a major obstacle to controlling corruption. Even after strict policies, an average of 50,000 to 60,000 crore have been smuggled out of the country every year. So now we will take a closer look at the couple of cases of such indicates in Bangladesh. We start with the well-known GK Shamim case. An expelled Jubilee leader Ghulam Kibriya, also known as GK Shamim's residence was raided by Rapid Action Battalion in September 2019, and he and several of his bodyguards were arrested on charges of involvement in extortion and tender manipulation. During the raid, illegal firearm, ammunition, alcohol, and large amount of both foreign and local money were found at his residence and office. The investigation officer of the case in the charge sheet revealed that Shamim had over 337 crore in 180 fixed deposit account with different banks, two houses in capital, and 52 katha of land worth 41 crore taka. He was accused of laundering over 195 crore taka in total. The Anti-Corruption Commission filed the cases against Ghulam Kibriya, a top government-listed contractor, and his mother on 21st October 2019 for accumulating illegal wealth worth 297 crore, but the investigation agency found involvement in acquiring illegal wealth of 300 crore. According to the charge sheet, in addition to that, the charge sheet also mentioned that 2009 and 2019 Shamim's transaction with different local bank amount to over 6,058.51 crore taka. Most of the transaction took place in 2018 and 2019. According to specific details in relation to the cases, Kibriya, his bodyguard, and his henchmen within his inner circle were all accused of tender manipulation at various different government departments, as well as exertion at bus terminal and cattle markets. Next, let's see another case of money laundering that has been a long-running case. A former Minister of Communication for the Bangladesh National Party, Nazmul Huda was made full of accusations early on of accepting bribes, procuring money illegally, and laundering illegal wealth out of the country. The Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) filed two cases against the former minister Nazmul Huda's wife and two daughters for laundering about 6.37 crore abroad. Another case statement said that Selima and her mother Sigma laundered about 4.06 crore to the UK and bought another flat at Broad Place on 26 June 2003. Huda's daughter and Shelima Huda, Antara Shelima Huda and Sravanti Amina Huda laundered about 2.67 crore to the UK. They bought a flat in Denham Road in the UK on 12 December 2006 with the money. According to a case statement, ACC Assistant Director MD Shafiullah filed two cases on 9 January accusing Sigma and her two daughters. The case also make allegation against Huda of procuring money by unlawful means from Unilever, British American Tobacco, and a number of foreign embassies, a senior partner of his law firm during the former BNP government. Sigma Huda and her daughters Antara and Sravanti Huda landed in jail on 5th July 2007, while Nazmul Huda was sent to imprisonment in August 2007. In 2019, however, Nazmul Huda was granted bail, while in 2020 his wife and both his daughter was subsequently granted bail on both of the aforementioned graft cases. Next, we go into what law there are in Bangladesh that prevent money laundering. And my teammate will talk more about this next. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, let's take a look at what the government has done over the last decade to prevent money laundering as a whole. We have already established what money laundering is. Now, we'll take a closer look at what the government has done at various times in the last 20 years or so to prevent this. In 2002, Bangladesh became the first country in South Asia to promulgate the Money Laundering Prevention Act in line with the recommendations from the Financial Action Task Force, an intergovernmental organization which combats money laundering. Today, we are taking a look at the Money Laundering Prevention Act 2012, which was brought into force, and this was an act made for the purpose of reenacting the existing laws and ordinances in relation to the prevention of money laundering. After long consideration, the act came into effect in January 2012. This was Act number 5 of the list of all the acts. Okay, so we have previously discussed how money laundering is considered a serious crime, and under this act, it is considered a crime. As a serious and rising crime emerging with time, the crimes are heavily punishable under law. According to the word of the law, offenses, attempts, aid, or conspires to committing any such offense is punishable with imprisonment, 4 years minimum, and up to 12 years of imprisonment with over lakhs of taka in fine, or it could be a combination of both as well. Additionally, the court also reserves the right to confiscate the property of the convicted person in favor of the state according to the letter of the law, which is also in addition to any fine or penalty that the court can order for the individuals that may be directly or indirectly involved in relation to any sort of money laundering or related offense. It is also said that there is a penalty involved for resisting arrest or violating any seizure or confiscation, as it can be punished by jail time of not more than 3 years and with a fine equal to the value of the property of the sealed or sealed property. Money laundering is not a requirement for conviction or penalty if accused or found guilty of a crime that is related to the offense under this act. Now, if we were to take a look at the process of how these crimes are actually treated as cases, processed, tried, and executed, we can find the exact method that is used here. Firstly, unless there is any other law that overlaps or prevents it, for the purposes of the law, an investigating officer of the investigating agency would be the primary officer that shall investigate each case individually, and if required, a joint investigative team formed by the Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit with ties to the government shall commence with the investigation. Similarly, unless any other law prevents it, according to Section 3 of the Criminal Law Amendment Act 1958, cases that were filed that fall under the Money Laundering Prevention Act would be tried by a special judge that would be appointed for the purpose of seeing through the court trial from start to finish. Lastly, throughout the process of the investigation, it is also said that the investigating officer has the full right and power to search and identify the property of the accused and any suspects that may have been officially considered, which is a result of the investigation done by the officer. The option to exercise this power is conferred on him by this act as well as other laws for this purpose. Now, moving over to looking or taking a closer look at how the crimes can be executed, bails to be granted, and other such conditions, there are some interesting findings under this act. Firstly, it is typically mentioned as law under this act that all offenses under this act shall be taken as a very serious offense under the letter of the law, and that a police or an investigating officer may arrest a suspect or individual that is found guilty of the crime based on primary evidence without an arrest warrant. They're also primarily non compoundable and non bailable. However, conditions do remain, as it is the case in many aspects of this act, where the individual arrested under this act is allowed to petition for a bail and is given the chance to be heard on his or her application for securing release on bail, and the court is not satisfied with the evidence provided or the reason for the arrest for the charges brought against him or her. There is also another condition under which an individual may secure bail and be released after getting arrested, and that is if that person is a woman, child, or a physically handicapped person. Lastly, we come over to exactly how appealing works under the rule of this act and its significance. An individual shown arrested under charges of money laundering and this act, the aggrieved individual has an option to directly appeal to the High Court division under this Act. And according to the Act, the individual or party may appeal to the High Court within 30 days of any judgment or ruling given by the court. We can also see that a very similar time window exists when it comes to appealing against any order that the High Court division may give that warrants restraining or seizing of a property. Once again, the aggrieved individual or entity may appeal to the court within 30 days of the order of such a seizure. So, with that being said, we come to the end of our presentation. I would like to thank all of my team members who have worked hard on this presentation and to you for watching all the way through to the end. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.